are worth more than this because we are incorruptible, we are undefiled, and we are unfading. Peter gives us an illustration of who we really are. Peter tells his readers that their inheritance cannot be corrupted from the inside or the outside, nor will it fade away. Peter's description of our inheritance is totally unlike any that we can even imagine, because he tells us it can never perish. It is incorruptible. Death and destruction cannot affect it. It can never be lost. It is undefiled. Nothing can stain or pollute it. It is flawless and perfect. It will not spoil or fade. Can I go ahead and give you an illustration so you will understand what it is I'm trying to tell you? On my birthday, I received beautiful flowers from my mother last week. And when I put those flowers out, they were beautiful. She gave me roses and lilies, and they were all beautiful. And when I set those flowers out, a couple of days passed, and my roses began to limp. And the petals began to fall off. The beautiful orange and red on the rose began to fade away. All the colors of my flowers began to change and became dim and dark and dull. It is a contrast then to a withered and dying flower. But he says our inheritance will never lose its magnificence. So no matter what it goes through, what we go through, we are worth more than anything we can even imagine. Because we will never lose our magnificence. When God created you, he created you in all of your beauty. And nothing that you go through will destroy you. Nothing you go through will cause you to fade away. Nothing you go through will cause you to wilt. Nothing you go through will break you in half. Nothing you go through will cause you to limp. Nothing you go through will break you in half. You are worth more than this. So he says, your inheritance is magnificent. It is kept. I like this. It is kept and reserved in heaven. Isn't that good? Because it makes me think about a flower that is encased in a beautiful case, and it sits in there and it's guarded 24/7. Nobody could ever do anything. It is in room temperature. It will never fade away. It will never wilt. God says that is what your inheritance is like. It is kept in a reserve, and it is being guarded and watched over by God himself. So then what God has promised you, can I go ahead and tell you that everything God has promised you, God himself is put it in a place where nobody will ever be able to take it. Every promise that he told you you were going to have, God has encased it. Nobody can get to it. Nobody can take it away from you because God has given it to you and he is watching over it himself. You are worth more than this. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I'm worth more than this.
Then Pastor Carter shared with us that if we can just hang on in there